Sakshurmilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Varanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Tuse Namaha. Vanchakalpa Tarupyascha Kripa Sindhupya Evacha Patitanam Pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha. Reading from Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta Madhya-līlā chapter 17, the Lord's travels to Vṛndāvana. Verse 121. Okay, we are here in Kashi, or what is it, Benares or Varanasi, where there is the Mayavadi sannyasi Prakashananda Saraswati, and he has a whole group of sannyasis, disciples around him, and Mahaprabhu is coming there, visiting Tapana Mishra and another devotee. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. And Prakashananda heard that Mahaprabhu is very beautiful, and he has a lot of he has so much influence in the country, in the villages where he's going to. And Prakashananda Saraswati says, he's just a pretender. He's blaspheming the Lord. He's just a pretender. He's a sentimentalist, chanting and dancing and crying. So he says, do not go to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just continue hearing Vedanta. If you associate with upstarts, you will be lost in this world and in the next. When the Brahmana heard Prakashananda Saraswati speak like this about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became very grief-stricken. Chanting the holy name of Krishna, he immediately left. The Brahmana's mind was already purified by seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He therefore went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and described what took place before the Mayavadi sannyasi Prakashananda. Hearing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mildly smiled. The Brahmana then spoke again to the Lord. The Brahmana said, as soon as I uttered your name before him, he immediately confirmed the fact that he knew your name. While finding fault with you, he uttered your name 3 times, saying, Chaitanya, Chaitanya, Chaitanya. Although he spoke your name 3 times, he did not utter the name of Krishna. Because he uttered your name in contempt, I was very much aggrieved. Why could Prakashananda not utter the names of Krishna and Hari? He chanted the name Chaitanya thrice. As far as I am concerned, simply by seeing you, I am moved to chant the holy names of Krishna and Hari. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, Mayavadi impersonalists are great offenders unto Lord Krishna. Therefore they simply utter the words Brahman, Atma and Chaitanya. So also sometimes the word Chaitanya is used as in consciousness, like I was in an Ayurvedic clinic and the name was Chaitanya Clinic, and that was not a clinic of Vaishnavas. So Chaitanya, that was in South India, is used for consciousness. Consciousness can be also material. You can have material consciousness. The Lord's holy name, his form and his personality are all one and the same. There is no difference between them. Since all of them are absolute, they are transcendentally blissful. There is no difference between Krishna's body and himself, or between his name and himself. As far as the conditioned soul is concerned, everything is different. One's name is different from the body, from one's original form, and so on. The holy name of Krishna is transcendently blissful. It bestows all spiritual benediction, for it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete, and it is the form of all transcendental mellows. It is not a material name under any condition, and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by the material qualities, there is no question of its being involved with Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never conditioned by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. This is, we can hear it and feel it. This is a very important verse.
That's a famous verse actually. Nama Chintamani Krishnas.
Read it again.
Okay, you say the Sanskrit.
Yeah, Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Vasa Vigraha. Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukta Vinatvan Nama Namana.
Very nice, very good. Shall I read again?
Yes.
Try to thank you. Try to be very focused and very sharp in taking it into your heart. The holy name of Krishna is transcendently blissful. It bestows all spiritual benedictions, for it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete, and it is the form of all transcendental mellows. It is not a material name under any condition, and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by the material qualities, there is no question of its being involved with Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never conditioned by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical, very strong. So the name, when we take the name, it is not contaminated by Maya. Like, it is like meeting Krishna. It is like associating with Krishna. So powerful is the name. It's only Maya is the covering of our awareness of Krishna. Maya is the covering of our awareness of Krishna and the awareness of Krishna is everywhere. Bhagavan Krishna is everywhere, and I am soul. I am a particle of Krishna. So,
are we chanting this name?
What do you say?
Are we chanting this name, Krishna? With all these qualities that are mentioned in the name, are we chanting that name?
If our awareness, if the cover-up of Maya gets less and less, we can become more aware of what it actually is. But the name is already that. There is nothing in the material world that is be compared with the name. The name is already blissful, joyful, transcendentally spiritual, cannot be covered by Maya, but it is our awareness of that name. But the name is fully spiritual. It's like something, fire can pervade iron, right? Completely. Fire can do that. So if we are aware and infused with Bhagavan Krishna in our life and in our soul, then that will be pervaded, that will be infused in us. And then better and better we can chant the holy name.
So it's according to our realizations we get
awareness, like opening of the soul. The soul is covered with lifetimes after lifetimes covering of samskara, right?
But there's always some benefit in the name, even though we are
yes,
covered.
Yes, Nama bas, nama, even nama aparat. But we want to be careful, we want to be better, we want to progress, become more focused on the name, instead of wandering around, just chanting. But being focused is the male divinity, that's Krishna, and the female divinity that we are glorifying in the name. That's very high. It's the divine love play of divine male and divine female. It has nothing to do with here, our relationships, male and female. Is completely pure and transcendental. Everything here is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world, but everything coming from the spiritual world originally. And for us, what we were saying, talking just now, what is humility? You remember?
Appreciating.
Yeah. Understanding our fortune, that is really humility, but we forget it. The ego comes in, we are annoyed, we are tired. But to all the time bring that awareness of focus, of being infused in our connection with the Lord, Bhagavan everywhere, our service, connection, to take it not lightly, it is a wonderful thing. And if we are humble, we can appreciate more. And we were talking about love, right? How is to do things with love? What does it mean? Okay, you tell me. What does it mean to do things with love? Who can give it a shot?
Without any desire for material gain or like name, fame, and prestige, followers. Yeah. Do something outside my ego. Ego wants to chill and rest and get, take a break or just, like maybe sometimes also unconsciously doing our service. But to do it with love is to put some extra care in it, to put some extra focus in it. Also see around us who needs some extra care, who needs some going beyond yourself actually also. Not thinking about, I'm tired, I need a break. Be aware, be aware of the Lord. You want to please Him. You want to please your guru, who has come with these tidings of wisdom. In the world, so much knowledge. Go on the internet, you can find it. AI will tell you. We all know it. But what we have gotten from our gurus is wisdom. There's a big perspective about everything. That is amazing. Who can say that? It's only 5% of people in the world who follow Krishna consciousness, I think. Do you know? I heard very small percentage. 5% maybe even. That sounds big, a lot. Not even 1%.
Maybe, yeah?
This is out of millions, you'll find one.
What do you say?
Out of millions, you'll find one.
Billions even,
You'll find one. It's really good.
And then not to speak about all the entities. All the 8,400,000. All the entities, they are blocked in a body. And we have a body with consciousness. Now, just to transform from the material consciousness, egoistic consciousness, to the spiritual consciousness. And do the things with love means the ego, me, getting out of the way. Where can I help? Where can I be kind? Where can I give some attention? Where can I do it better, my service? Because the Lord is all the time looking. He's all the time there. Our gurus also. And if we become aware, like that covering of Maya, we always have the covering of Maya. Like the ego wants to be in the center. But to become aware that we have to be infused. We have to infuse ourselves with Bhakti. And then I heard from Śrīla actually that Gurudev said Bhakti Yoga is for everybody. Like Bhakti Yoga is for everybody. But Vaishnavism, that's very private. That's very personal. That goes into your soul, into your, where do I have to refine? Where do I have to see the negativities? What do you say? What do you say?
The difference. Bhakti and Vaishnavism.
What is the difference? Between what?
Bhakti and Vaishnavism.
Bhakti Yoga and Vaishnavism.
Bhakti Yoga is general. It's for everybody. You can come to the temple, do service, you chant. But Vaishnavism is to get really into the subtleties. That's the wave of also from Sri Caitanya Saraswati Mat, Guru Maharaj. Goes deep in all our negativities, our samskaras, so to say. We find that nowhere. We find that nowhere. That what Guru Maharaj, what Sri Caitanya Saraswati Mat has given to us in the writings of Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. And in a clear way and without duplicity, giving the teachings of Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Rupa Gosvāmī, without going into what is now, we know, we see in the internet. Now it's very normal to go everywhere and do all sorts of things. Not Sri Caitanya Saraswati Mat. It's very old school, actually, in a certain way. Don't do that. There's too much. Be very humble and no grandioso. Very simple, simple-hearted, but with a lot of heart. Well done, Devananda. Beautiful verse. So the name is pure. It's only us who has to appreciate and wake up, actually, to that wonderfulness of the holy name. Precious, exquisite, highest, most wealth, most form of wealth.
Was that the translation of what he said, word for word? So long translation.
I know. Sometimes it is like that, right? The holy name of Krishna, his body and his pastimes cannot be understood by blunt material senses. They are manifest independently. So if we are ready, then because we cannot do anything without the Lord, because we are part of the Lord. So we are not independent. So if we are ready for it, the same as when was Krishna consciousness coming into our life? When we were ready for it. When we were ready for it, then we met the devotees, or a book came our way, or when we were ready for it, we were born in a Vaishnava family.
So now to endure, because it will not be, we signed up for something very great, very adventurous, very not so easy, because all the things what we are using here in this material world, the faculties of the body and the mind and the senses, we have to overstep that and say, no, we are soul. It's not an easy thing. So we have to be very focused, very conscious about that. And also, we are like distracted. We are distracted all the time to keep the focus. And the most important thing, if difficulties come, thinking it's not the other, it's not the situation, it is me who have to adjust my perspective on it. That is the most difficult. So if a difficult situation comes, somebody gives you a hard time, it's not the other, it's not that person. It is Krishna who's showing us how are you going to adjust to it. How are you becoming more humble? Because to become utmost humble, that is our ticket. We have to become utmost humble and not to think, yeah, but this was difficult and my life was already so difficult and now this come again. Maybe I need a break. No, we have to continue all the time in this Krishna consciousness. Not to let it slide. We signed up for it already. We know already what is the material world. We cannot find any shelter there. We have to know that. And sometimes one incident, one difficult thing, and then we don't want anymore. Because we had already so much. No, we have to be strong. And strong with each other. We get help from each other. Know that everybody goes through very difficult situations. But the only thing what we have to do is to become very, very humble. Don't we want that? Because we betrayed the Lord, and that's why we are here. Now many difficulties come because we have to learn something very wonderful to make progress. And in the material world, in the world of exploitation, no win situation. People who have all the name, fame, money, everything, sometimes we hear they're totally not happy. We know already what happiness in the material world is, very small. Everything what is without the Lord and totally encircled, the ego is completely present there, that happiness is very small, from name, fame, money, popularity, very small. But we have a very interesting openness of blissfulness, of purity, of the most beautiful narratives we hear about Mahaprabhu, about Radha Krishna, the gopis, the devotees. We have can you believe my father is Gurudev, my grandfather is Guru Maharaj, my great-grandfather is Saraswati Thakur. I say me, but it's for all of us. How wonderful that is. So what we have to do, the challenges, are only good for us. And if we block ourselves by saying, no, this is too much, it's not nice, and difficult, don't go there. Just continue. Never stop. Okay, any additions?
I was just thinking, like, when you said break, like actually this is the break, the Krishna consciousness is the break from the material suffering. And
very good point, Tarit. This is the break. We all, lifetime after lifetimes, the demigods standing in a queue to take birth in the material world. Because only lifespan is very short, 80, 90, 100 years when you're lucky, some die much earlier. And only chanting the holy name, pure. Then you can get out of the material world of expectation. Very good point. So the break we have, but now we have to realize it, that it is a really wonderful break, very grace, big time blessing on us. This only one lifetime, this lifetime, give everything. Endure everything, because this is what we need to hear, this is what we need to go through, and he knows better than we. But it's not, we have to be strong. But in the material world, Maya kicks you from one corner and another corner, you have to be strong, and there's no solution there. Here is solution, and we feel it. We feel it when we are allowed to continue. That is already something. We are allowed to continue with the devotees and happily. That's already good. It's a good indication. Sometimes I heard Śrūtasrava saying, just hang in there. Just, what did he say? Just give presents. Just give presents. When there is a arti or when there is a festival, go there. Give presents. All the time. We signed up for this, and it's nothing better. Yeah?
I don't understand why you say that we betrayed the Lord. Why? In which way?
Because at a certain point in the higher world, we had a choice to continue in the spiritual world, continue serving, having the Lord in our life, or putting myself in the center, having some control over what I can play with, or what I can. I don't have to listen to. I don't follow the Lord with His Līlā. I want my own Līlā. I want my own life. I don't want to listen to the Lord. That's why I fall down in the material world and see so many problems, so much suffering. And there in Goloka Vṛndāvana is wonderfulness, blissfulness, no suffering. Jai CC Guru Gauranga Sundar Radha Kavirāja ki Jai. We betrayed the Lord, like saying, I don't want the Lord in my life. I go there. The Lord giving us free will. Free will to make our choices, because if there would not be free will, there can also not be love. Then everything would be like static, like stone. So the free will is, you have free will to commit suicide. Then where is your free will? Right? It's like that. So the Lord always cares for everybody, every soul, all the time, in all the planetary systems. because everybody, every atom is a part of Him. There's nothing without the soul, without the Lord. And we said, no, we don't want. We want to do our own life, our own choices. It's not possible. Only when we have regained our Swarup Shakti, our innate, natural, organic self, our golden self. And then our dedication, our love, our following the Lord is automatically, because it's all very beautiful. There is all happiness, there is all beauty, there is all charm, all sweetness, all fun, everything there. Srimati Radharani, who is the highest servitor, she gets more happiness and bliss than Krishna even. That's why Krishna wants to taste what she feels. That's why he comes as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to feel that. And we are all particles, actually, in the purified sense of Srimati Radharani. Eventually, we go like that. I think we have to stop here, right? There's a lot of service to do. Any additions?
Very wonderful.
What do you say?
Very wonderful.
Damodar, you sing please Hari-Raya?
Hari-Raya Namo Krishna.
Yeah?
Hari-Raya Namo Krishna, Yadavaya Namaha.
Hari-Raya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopa Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan. Sri Hari Gopinath Namaha. Sri Hari Gopinath Namaha.
Jai Shri Guru Garanga Varaki Vidhari Juki Jai. Jai Shri Guru Garanga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Juki Jai. Krishna Paramhamsa Parabhadra Kacharya. Bhai Asatar Tata Shri Shima Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Devi Gosvāmī Maharaj Ki Jai. Krishna Paramhamsa Parabhadra Kacharya. Bhai Asatar Tata Shri Shima Shri Bhakti Sundar Devi Gosvāmī Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Krishna Paramhamsa Parabhadra Kacharya. Bhai Asatar Tata Shri Shima Shri Bhakti Sundar Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Krishna Paramhamsa Shri Guru Kṛṣṇadāsa Babiji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Krishna Paramhamsa Sachi Shri Bhakti Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Krishna Paramhamsa Shri Jagannath Babiji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanuga Guruvaka Ki Jai. Kṛṣṇadāsa Thakur Ki Jai. Dasi Bhakti Vṛndāvana Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Kura Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Vada Devi Devoshana Ki Jai. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Narottam Shamananda Srinivasa Acharya Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Vṛndāvana Dasi Thakur Ki Jai. Dasi Kavirāja Ki Jai.